Ignore how bad I look. I've been sick for about 2 weeks now, but I finally have a topic to talk about now. I forgot to do my intro while I was actually recording the video, so hello, it's Lurk. I hope your day is going horrible. Something to get my ass out of bed and actually think about, because it's a good thing, and I'm thankful that my racist Discord member said that. Whatever, here's a shameless Discord plug if you do want to join. If you don't, you'd probably be more sane if you don't. But there's only like 5 people and I already regret making it. I'm going to talk about why every game is shit now and how I think it started. March 13th, 2020 was when most schools ended up closing out because of COVID-19. Didn't have a name at that point. I don't think it had a name yet. Did it have a name? Fuck. Nobody's saying shit. So I'm just going to guess it didn't have a name. But not just schools, workplaces. Everywhere started to shut down, like literally everywhere, and basically everywhere is a workplace. So, and it didn't take long for laziness to really set in. That is when DoorDash became a huge thing. That's when being an asshole on the internet really kept on going and flying. And then, eventually I'd start to, be kind of an asshole too. It was just a bad time, but a lot of people find nostalgia for it. Sometimes I can as well, but it's really not that often. The time date of why games are so shit now. The first major game that came out once quarantine hit, Cyberpunk 2077. Cyberpunk is still one of the most shittiest releases of all time. If not top 3 shitty releases, maybe even top 1. I'm not sure. It set such a bad precedent, and I truly think that Cyberpunk is that collateral, is that domino flip that started all of this to just be so bad. I'm very positive that Cyberpunk is the colossal event here. Cyberpunk released horribly buggy, completely unfinished. The only good thing about it was the story, and that somehow kept me playing. But like at launch, it was completely unsufferable on any non-next gen or even PCs, because you could have a god tier PC and it would still be so buggy and just bad to play. It would not be fun. It would not go together. It wouldn't be smooth. If you want to think about it in a sense, Cyberpunk 2077 was the first nail and the final nail in the coffin. That's how many nails this motherfucker was hammering. I mean, it was just a really depressing release, and it is what started all of this. And people talk trash about it, and as people became more lazy because of the pandemic, and I can't talk, I'm lazy myself, but people have objectively become lazier. DoorDash is now a staple. Like, everything is just so convenient. There is no more energy anymore. Houses are more dirty. You see that fucking hamper? Like, I mean, it's just everything is more lazy. I'm not sure if that was intended by the government, but don't let me get into my conspiracy theories. And then in late 2021, people were really excited for Battlefield 2042. I'm sure most of you even forgot that name. I forgot that name until I was thinking about games, and I was like, holy shit, that's right. That was bad. Battlefield 2042 was pretty bad. And they claimed Battlefield 2042 was going back to the roots of like 4 and 3 and that type of... No. And then in early 2022, my personal most anticipated game, besides Cyberpunk, Dying Light 2. I've been a Dying Light fanboy since release in 2015. I probably have over 4,000 collective hours in Dying Light 1. But it is just such a beautiful game, Dying Light, and I was so excited for Dying Light 2. I was 16 when it was coming out, and I remember I had a little bit of Christmas money left over, and I saved that to pre-order, because I usually bought like V-Bucks or something, but no, I bought Dying Light 2, and God, I was so excited, and then I played it, and it sucked hard. I mean, granted, I put 50 hours in the span of a weekend, but it sucked, and it still sucks. I just noticed this roadmap here on screen, how they're finally adding weapon repairing. Basically 2 years later. And it's only because they were bought by Tencent. I can guarantee they wouldn't have done this any other time. And they're finally adding guns. Oh my god, shoot, bang, bang. I would have given a shit a year ago, maybe. But, come on, man. But then a hammer came by. A hammer came by, stuck it right on that nail, and twisted and yanked it out the coffin. Elden Ring was announced, and just the announcement of Elden Ring, I'm telling you, no joke, almost healed the gaming community. And then all of the nails except one was left in that coffin, but all of the nails were removed when Elden Ring released. Elden Ring was completely finished. I gotta do litter. It wasn't just a demo, it wasn't an alpha. It was released and it was damn well worth buying. I remember being very excited for Elden Ring, but I had to wait 2 months. But once I played it for like an entire straight week. Not even joking. Like, I mean, I played that shit so much. But yeah, man, whenever Elden Ring came out, it changed the world. Changed the gaming world. And then I think the next big game that came out was like Stray, and that was surprisingly good also. It was bringing back hope, like a lot of hope. Hogwarts Legacy would come out in 2023, and that was regarded as great. I mean, it's a pretty good game. I played it. And another fucking bit I forgot to add. Tears of the Kingdom was released, and that's fucking fantastic. I love playing it. It's on my Switch right over there. Like, I was just playing it the other day. Like Tuesday. But, I mean, still, it's a great fucking game. But now games are starting to fall again. Look at Payday 3. I haven't bought it, and I won't buy it because I heard it's bad. I've heard it's super bad. The reviews are mixed on Steam, and there's not even an offline mode. It's only online. Who the fuck still does that? I thought we learned our lesson. And those are all the recent games I can at least remember about. And I don't have much information on Payday 3, I'm sorry, because it just came out and I also haven't played it, I haven't watched anything on it, I don't plan on it. Quarantine has everybody staying at home in their permanent comfort zone. They aren't at work, they aren't having to work, they weren't. And laziness has become a staple in life. And if life becomes lazy, work becomes lazy. And I think we forget that people make video games. Yes, they're companies, but companies are still made of people, except the CEOs and all those rich people that are in companies. Those aren't humans, those are demons. But the actual developers, those are humans. And if they get lazy, then the game project gets lazy. There's a lack of motivation. There isn't games that haven't already been created. There isn't anything new or interesting that they can think of, or that companies like heads even allow. That's why indie games have been such a prominent thing for the past 2 years, because they aren't limited. They're only limited by their own software. If we gave an indie game developer a AAA studio budget and that type of software, we'd have a god tier game. Even indie games without that type of software are god tier games. That just goes to show it's a lack of originality, creativity, and freedom that just is really what's causing all of this. Yes, laziness doesn't help, but people are lazy for a reason. It's not just because they just want to be. People wouldn't be objectively lazier if it wasn't because of quarantine. If you are truly motivated by something, you are going to make something good. It's the same way with video games. Call of Duties has sucked for the past year, except Cold War. I love Cold War. All the other Call of Duties have sucked. Modern Warfare 2019 sucked. Warzone was probably the only good part about it. And it's a lack of motivation. If you're being told to create the same product that's been made 1,000 times, and this isn't going to be any special, it's just a cash grab, and if you're being told that by your boss, would you want to create that product? No. Payday 3 I thought would actually have some originality, but they were told only online mode, which is so boggling that they still do that. But that makes me think it's our turn to help developers. Yeah, we buy their product, we're supposed to enjoy what we buy, but sometimes everybody needs help, even from people that are lower. Like, they just need help. And if I can help a developer, help them motivate to make something grand and worth the $69 price tag, I think it'd be worth it. Wouldn't you? But the primary reason games are so bad is because we're looking only in the AAA eyeglass. We're looking through something small. We're not looking with both of our eyes. We're not looking at the objective game. We're only looking at multiplayer games or just AAA games. The only last good Rockstar release was Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's a good game. But I know there's going to be people in the comments telling me, you just said good game for that? How dare you? Well, I mean, it's a good game. The story is good, but the gameplay kind of, it's Rockstar. The gameplay isn't that great. And it's the same thing with games that already exist, too. I think Fortnite has done I can't even say phenomenal job. I think I can say the absolute best job that anyone could do at keeping that game alive. Because I have a feeling that game was supposed to die a long time ago, and yet it is still booming. And I play it, still. Like, I mean, the fact that it's doing so good still is legitimately crazy. Really crazy. I know a lot of people hate it now. It's not like the Prime. It's not like the Prime. But that's the thing. It's not like the Prime. That's crazy. Like, people wouldn't play the same game for 6 years. Right? Right? Every other Battle Royale I've played is just meh. Apex Legends is only okay because of the heirlooms, even though I spent money on it yesterday. Fucking Harbinger's Collection event. God damn it. Everything's mediocre now. Like my content, it's not good. There's nothing worth using your time on. One, because our standards are so high now. And two, it's just not worth it. It's not good anymore. And I know this was basically a bunch of yapping, but someone in Discord said it. I haven't made a video in a while. So I figured I'd make a video on it, even though I'm sick. Talk to you guys later. Have a mediocre day.